He suggested that I write a book. This is what Zechariah Sitchin said. That inspired me to write Genesis Revisited. That's another one you can look up. Genesis Revisited, with its subtitle. Listen to Zechariah Sitchin's subtitle. Is Modern Science Catching Up with Ancient Knowledge? Tell me if you don't want to read that book.
And it's called what?
Genesis Revisited. Meaning the beginning, revisited.
Looks like I gotta go to the library.
Yes, sir. And then Zechariah Sitchin goes on to say, the answer, of course, is yes. Each chapter deals with subjects such as the planets, how Sumerians describe the creation of Earth and Moon, and the existence of Eve and her story. The interesting thing, he says, is not just that all new discoveries in any field corroborate Sumerian knowledge, but that nothing that has been discovered contradicts Sumerian accounts. He said again, all new discoveries in any field corroborate Sumerian knowledge, and nothing that has been discovered contradicts Sumerian accounts. This is noted Egyptologist. Now, it should be noted that the term summer, according to the Honorable Dr. Chancellor Williams, can be translated as black-headed. Evidence of the nature of these people can be found in the fact that we call our hot season what?
Summer.
And not even our Caucasian brothers and sisters can escape a brown tint in the summer. Okay? So he says, again, discoveries in any field corroborate Sumerian knowledge. Remember, I told you, whether you call them Sumerian, Mesopotamian, Khemetan, Abyssinian, whatever. These are the people that surrounded the Nile Valley, the Nile River, okay? Between the Nile and the Euphrates and the Tigris, up in this area, okay? And he calls them Sumerians, fine, ancient people. But every field corroborates Sumerian knowledge, according to Zechariah Sitchin. And all you need to do is look at the geographical location of the Sumerian people, and it's a huge indication of who they are. Okay? And again, the Anunnaki series. Okay, now I want to give the first essay assignment. Last week we mentioned that we were going to disperse it, and I didn't. And this week I want to make sure I do. I need 1 page, single-spaced, no larger than size 12 times New Roman font.
I got a notebook. It's a pen.
Yeah, but just don't write really big.
Oh, I don't do that anymore.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I wanna get.
I know you just got all Apple on me.
I wanna pick y'all's brains because most people that know about typing, and then, a lot of people gonna be looking at this on the internet, so they know. And you can, for anybody that's following along online, if you're taking the classes on your own, and you haven't contacted us, that's fine. We're not mad. You can handwrite it. You can handwrite it as long as it's not big.
Fax it to.
Fax it to 860-461-1026 if you got any work. So basically just your thoughts on the subject. 1 page, Times New Roman, single space, your thoughts on the subject.
The subject of?
Sirius.
Serious?
Yes, the Sirius star. We're going to discuss the Sirius star, and then based on our discussion, based on whatever findings you have, we want your thoughts on the subject of Sirius. It can come from... It can come from anywhere. The essays will be graded after the 7th lesson. After the 7th lesson, we'll have a review. It may be a 1 or 2 day review, depending on how much we cover, but we're going to have a review after the 7th lesson, and that's when all of that will be graded. Okay? So those who's watching online, when you see the 7th lesson, know you're getting close to your essay assignment being due. Okay, so the Sirius star, real quick, we only got 15 minutes. Although the Sirius star system is 8.5 light years away, it has ancient connections to life on our planet. It is said that certain beings traveled from Sirius B past the red sand world to establish life on Earth. Red sand world is ancient language. red sand world. That's Mars. Without telescopes.
Yeah.
To establish life on Earth, which connects the Sirius twins directly to our solar system. Okay? There are 2 other worlds that are not accepted as planets for one reason or another, but we only want to expound on Sirius in this lesson. For your own research, our students should be aware that the ancient world had how many planets on their registry?
12.
12 planets on their registry. But we're only dealing with Sirius as the extra planet.
Is it Series A and B or just Series A?
Series A and B. We're dealing with Series A and B today, and we may delve into the other
Are they
rejected
right by each
planets.
other, or?
Before we begin with our discussion of what is now called the Sirius star, we need to note that the Sirius star was first called what? Sopdet. S-O-P-D-E-T. It was called Sopdet by the ancient chemical people. We have included Sopdet in our discussion of the worlds because although it is viewed as a star by Western scholars, the ancients viewed it as a world. And we're going to begin with a few words from the book entitled Zulu Shaman by the Honorable Credo Mutwa. He is a major source of information on extraterrestrial theories for more notable authors like Sitchin and David Icke. Usama Zulu Credo Mutwa was born in the Natal area of South Africa on July 21st, 1921. His very name is a composite of his cultures of origin. Usama Zulu is a Zulu honorific meaning awakener of the Zulus, and came through his initiation as a Sangoma. But the name Credo was given to him by his father, who was a Christian. It is from the Latin, I believe. So Mutwa is Zulu for little bushman. Usama Zulu Credo Mutwa then may be rendered great awakener, I believe in the little bushman. As a babe, Credo was baptized into the Roman Catholic Church because his father held the position of Catechism instructor. His mother, Numabunu, however, was the daughter of the shaman warrior Zico Shezi, who had survived the awful battle of Ulundu, which ended the Zulu Wars. Shezi was a Sangoma and custodian of Zulu relics. Mutu received early training from his grandfather, and in a way that would later be memorable for him. He carried his father's medicine bags full of sacred objects to ceremonies. So he was, his father was a Christian who baptized him. He was actually Catechism instructor.
What is Catechism?
In the Roman Catholic Church. I don't want to speculate. The only time I've heard the term used is Catechism of a Revolutionist, and it's kind of like in Catechism of a Revolutionist is used more like the code or creed. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know for sure. But he was an instructor in the Roman Catholic Church, and then again his grandpa was Sangoma. Okay, I got you. His grandpa was a Sangoma and initiated him into the rites of a Sangoma. He also has ties with the Zulu Wars and the Zulu King Shaka. So he's directly related to the Zulus that we know of. Shaka. He is, in essence, the inheritor of the Zulu tradition. He was given these stories in the language of the ancients, in a tradition that stretches back to a time before recorded history. The oral tradition is more authentic than any book written on the subject.